And this is old. I can't remember how you play this. Okay. That is a tank. See? I'm clever. I'm figuring this out. I think it's a tank. It looks like a tank. It looks like a tank. I need something low to start. I would start with artillery, but VO would kill me. Oh, that reminds me. I should find out if he's around and let him know that I should rejoin the dark side. Give me 1 sec here. Helps if I remember to use the right keyboard. The volume's off. If you want a giggle. Crap, what did I just do? Make it really small. Track of what's going on. Trying to figure out what this button does. That button does. I have no idea what half these buttons do anymore. Alright. So. This is a tank. Yeah, well, okay, we already did that bit. I don't even know what mods are out there anymore. I wonder if Fastlane's still doing the one that does the garage in small thing. Well, this could be fun. What the hell is that? I have no idea what a Serum FM21 is. Oh, what the hell. They look small. Sod it. Feet wet. Gotta do it feet wet. Alright. So we go forwards and we go backwards and we don't get shot. I hated this music 2 years ago. Okay. Green is good. Red is not. This is what I get for watching Mr. Man and VO. I can actually figure out who I'm supposed to shoot at. I don't know if I have a zoom button anymore. I don't know if my volume is too loud. Ow. Okay. I'll dial this volume down a bit here. Because I don't know what it's like on the stream, but for me it's bloody deafening. Alright. Everybody's raced off to go conquer the hill. Shit. Oh, I do have a zoom button. Stop shooting at me! I'm newbie-ish. Kinda. I'm kinda newbie. Ha 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 ha! Hit you bastard! It's not only corroded and missing, it's currently sitting down and giving a research to the Titanic on how to handle rusticles. Alright, where's this guy? I know this guy's around there somewhere. Contrary to popular belief, I actually used to be reasonably good at this. Oh, stop shooting people I'm trying to shoot at. I feel as old as this tank is. I see you, you sneaky little bugger. And somebody else saw you and shot you. Oops. Well, I actually hit something, I think. Is the X damage I did or damage somebody else did? Sod it. I'm going back to what I do know how to play. Or did know how to play. I'm going TD. I think. Okay, 163 damage done. Well, back 2 years ago, the only way you could see that sort of stuff in-game was mods. And I don't have any mods on this because I figure I probably should relearn how to play it properly without the mods first. I don't need the crutch. I'm not going to play tier rates though. Let's go up my 85. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely changed a lot in 2 years with this interface. Bottom, 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 bum. Oh, crap. Railway yards is where I used to go with these. So we'll try that one. I don't even know what they've done to change the specs on the tanks anymore. So what I used to be good at probably isn't as good as it was even with me driving, but we'll see. And apparently nobody goes for our road anymore. This does not bode well. They don't change all the metas on these. Everybody used to go railroad. If you're all going east, they're going to come across this way because they know you're all going east. Where did he see me from? Okay, that sucked. My repair kit didn't trigger. Do we have to hold the key down to get the repair kit to trigger now? That was pathetic. At least I got a shot off. But they're going to get flanked because they completely decided to go east. Idiots. I will not quit. Ah! Should have to hold it down, but you do need to select the module if it's small. Or shouldn't need to select the module. No, I've only got small ones. Only ones I put big ones on were things like E25. Stug. I need to put binos and net on it. Means I've got to find where I have binos and net. Sorry. I've got 2 million. I can afford to buy binos and net. Nah, I'm just gonna. I forget the mod that'll do the auto switch, but for now I'll just run it. I just gotta get used to the command, the controls, and tactics, and figuring out where everything's poking to start with. I'm not expecting to jump in and suddenly become ace tanker. Crap. I hate this map. This is a map that always screws you up. Somebody's obviously using XVM to figure out who's what. Idiot. Get out of his way. Alright, I'm figuring they're going to get into their usual furball up on the hills. So... kind of naked out this far. I can't see them. This may have been a mistake. Okay, what's the map size increase? Key. I can't see that far. My draw distance must not be enough. Oh, thank you. Well, I didn't get a hit. That time I did. Crap, missed. Yeah, crap. Okay, that one wasn't my fault. I should have picked a better hole. Like the bushes over there. Spent too much time concentrating on the other side. My mistake. Tunnel vision sucks. What the hell was that? Oh, rental period. I was going to say, I don't remember having one of those. Where did my headset go? I had a headset. I know I had a headset. Alright. Let's switch this out and go with something lower. Wish I knew when. Is there any way of telling where your binoculars and camouflage net are by filtering? Or do you just have to go through the tanks and figure it out yourself? SU-85 Battle 1. Not thanks to me. No, it doesn't look like it. Where's the store? Oh, there it is. Okay. Depot. No, it doesn't look like it's showing any of the consumables. On vehicles. There we go. You got it. Okay. M6 has got both. Pull them off the M6. Yeah, well, this is before the mod that would pull them out of one and put them in the other. I was new. Demount. And demount. Alright. Come on that. just have a habit of pulling them off manually. Yeah, I had lots and lots of bad habits when I played last. But then I spent time watching you and Mr. Man and Mountain Man and kind of learned that I had all these really, really bad habits, and that's probably why I ended up with something like 40 odd % win rate. So far, all the maps are ones I know or remember. This one, it always used to be the battle was over by the bridge and that peninsula on the right. But all the TDs would always sit at the back. And I never liked sitting all the way back down on that G line, that coastline. I never liked that because that's where everybody goes. And you can't really do that much good, at least in my mind. You could never really do that much good for supporting the team and basically vulturing the targets that were coming in if you were that far back, because you'd have even less time to work on it. Yes. Crap, where did he come from? He's over on the right. Okay, that spot is 2 spotted. Pardon me if I miss most of the time. Hey, that's okay. I just appreciate having somebody to talk at. Yay, my first kill since I returned. I got Hetzer, I think. No, Martyr. That I did, and it's got the internals and everything. It's pretty neat. Crap, sat still. So one thing I noticed you guys do a lot is you twitch forwards and backwards a lot more than it used to be done. I'm still used to sitting still, taking time and pointing it, but I'm guessing they've gotten better at hitting perfectly stationary targets these days. If you get stuck with the leopard, there's one guy, I can't remember the name, but it's on my YouTube follows list. Does a really good tutorial set for hard body modeling in Blender. If you get interested, I can pull that for you later and dump you the link. It's some really cool stuff. Okay, SU-85B. We'll pull it from the M4. Yeah, I just gotta find the M4. Yes, I have RT in my list. That's actually pretty good with RT. Yeah, tracks are one of those things that are really, really handy to play with because you only need to animate one half of a set and then it repeats itself. So unlike most of the rest of the animations, you get to cheat a lot. Is that what they mean when this? No, it can't be what they mean when they say M4. There's got to be an actual M4. Come on, M4. There's no M4 in my list. Yeah. Well, even with stuff like View by Eon, which is my main thing. Oh, what's the M4? Well, this game. Oh, Sherman. I know I've got an M4 around there somewhere. It's not there. Oh, it is a jumbo. Which gun did I put on this? I'm so tempted at the moment. I have the derp on this. I am tempted. I'm so I gotta do it. I know, but I gotta do it. Bit tired. Yeah, I know the feeling. I started doing, but the idea of just doing a couple of Assassin's Creed assassinations for each stream, and I'm done 3 streams and 9 assassinations or something by now. My schedule is completely hosed. Alright. Well, I got the derpy derp. Well, I got a derpy derp. So I'm thinking that's jumbo. Yeah. Yeah, CDC is going to go spot, so I know exactly where to go start lobbing this crap at people, assuming I can get there in time. It's a really nice incline over here, and of course Panther 74 is going to hit there first. That's my spot, you bugger. Excuse me. What the hell? The new meta is everybody goes and piles into the northeast corner. That's a crappy tactic. I do not like this. Oh, crap. I'll fix that after this match. I'm sorry. I didn't even realize. Ooh. I am naked and he's asking for help. Get missed. missed. Crap, we didn't manage to save that guy. Scheiße. He moved and died. Four left, but we only have spots on 3. Crap, you already killed him. I think we got this one. There's 51 is going FML right now. Yep. Alright. 1 second here and I'll fix this. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. I have just default settings and stuff going on and completely didn't think. My bad. Sorry. Okay. We won. Actually did damage. I did Here's our report. I did 514 points of damage. And bounce shots. And lower glaciers jobbed people. Because, well, they deserved it. What do we have on the Sherman? Nah. Close this down again. Yeah, most of my tanks used to be state of the art back in the day. Obviously they're not now. That's okay, maybe people will underestimate them. What am I want to scroll. Alright. M10. I actually got to ride in a real one of these. Back doing honor flights with local tank museum just outside DC had an M10, and so they arranged as part of the honor flight for the veterans to take them out, and we got to go out as well because we were doing the escorts for them. I'm guessing everybody still takes their TDs up those hills. Really? I'm kind of glad to see it, because it used to be everybody would take the TDs up to the hills, either bottom corner of the city, and just trade shots at blowing up lots of grass and doing very little else. I guess people have evolved. No stealing my bush. Come on. You know you want to do it. Yeah. I knew I was dead there. But I had to get the extra shot in. I think he blew up my engine or something. took it off that, so it would be still be on Jumbo. Ooh, they changed the model when you start adding things, bits modify. It didn't come through. It got nuked because I'm using Restream to hit YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I'm using their chat client, so it didn't come through. But if you put it through again, it should go through now. If you stick it through again, I'll take a look. All meshes start out bland. When people start trying to get creative right at the start, instead of just starting out and then carving it, that's when it usually goes wrong. That actually looks pretty decent. You going for the low poly side as well, straight from the start, or you? I mean, it looks like you're gonna go low poly. Because I'm looking at where you got the chamfering on the top of the turret. That's very... what's the word? Not efficient. Elegant. That's the one. Elegant. Yeah, that's one of the things that I used to always fall into when I was starting to do UV wraps. I would start doing all this intricate carving of the model to begin with, and then I started learning how to do texturing properly, and that made all the difference. Especially when I started doing displacement maps, because displacement maps will let you get away with a whole lot that works for visual and it works for the light reflections, but you don't have to worry about the polys. Yeah, so it's with the hard body modeling, the texturing ends up making it. If you look at the way that Wargaming has done a lot of the stuff before they started having all these add-on bits on the side in the latest patch, but if you look at the way that they do a lot of it, you can see that they've gone and used displacement maps and pre-baking half the illumination on the textures. But they've been particularly sneaky in that regard and used it well. That's why I think the low res, well, medium res, I guess, since it wasn't really low res, but can I still make it behind the rocks before somebody pops out? Haha! Catches them every damn time. You put the brakes on halfway through. Crap, I screwed that up. Yep, that's exactly what they do. And with hard body modeling, especially with panels, and rivets and screw holes, if you're going in tight on your models, that sort of thing, it usually works a lot easier just to do it in texture than it ever does to try and do it inside the model itself. Because unless you get right up close, then nobody's really going to notice it, and the bump maps and displacements will still give you interaction with the lighting so that you'll still get the shadowing without having to actually build it into the model. When Wargaming says that it's doing high res HD models, they're not really doing it as far as I can tell from watching you guys doing it, because I haven't seen it until today myself. But when they say that that's what they've done, what they're really talking about is the texture and the work that they put the texture into, or into the texture, rather than the actual model itself. Frames on the model. They're sneaky like that. Yeah, and displacement layers are pretty much the same thing. And when you start editing the nodes for the textures themselves, you can actually get a lot more control over the depth that you're going to be generating than you would if you were just taking it and it was actually modeled into the polys themselves. Because then you'd have to, redo the model. But if you do it as bump maps and text and displacement maps, all you have to do is go edit a few nodes to change the depth of that map, and it can have a English. I speaks it. I do's honest. it has a major effect on it, but by just changing a couple of values in the math in the nodes. And it's one of the tricks that everybody figures out pretty quick, because it makes life so much bloody easier. Okay, the Russian's not going anywhere, so... Now, I know everybody hits the hill on this. And, of course, the lemming train goes and hits the hill on this. I didn't know 215B had an octagonal barrel. That must have sucked. Oh crap, where the hell did he come from? Serpentine crawl. There's something you might want to look into. It's a technical term. I don't know if you heard it before, but one thing you might want to look into for procedurals or non-procedurals but low poly simulated procedurals is a utility called Greebles. Greebles. Greebles are a wonderful invention. Oh, it's... Wait, that isn't an S-tank. What the hell is that? Yeah. Greebles are, low poly, basically Lego buildings, or Lego objects, if you like. And you'll get a variety of them, and you just basically splatter Greebles all over something, and it gives it the impression of lots of them, but they're really low poly and they're just designed to be mass produced. Yeah, exactly like paintable textures. They're handy, especially if you're doing cityscapes. Most of the houses in cityscapes are just greebles. They're just sitting in there, and it's a rectangle or a cube, and maybe it's got an extended triangle on the to make a roof, and the texturing gives it enough to make it look like there's whole bunches of different ones, but really you've only got, 6 polys worth of actual stuff. I don't know if I want to run Jackson. Yeah, let's run Jackson. Ignore the Discord thing. Doesn't work. It wouldn't surprise me if that's what they did for it. I mean, even if you're driving through or flying through it, as long as you're not trying to enter it, then nobody's going to notice. It's atmospheric. Some of the stuff I've done for video stuff, when I've been modifying life plates to make them look more populated or more derelict, or whatever it's needed, they've basically been considered atmospherics, and just a handful of them changes the whole ambience of the scene that you're playing with. And I'm on the lesbian sheep map. Time to be a lesbian sheep. Let's see where everybody else is going. Okay. Wizzy 131's actually going for the water. That's good. If you can survive it. That's our advanced scout, and it's a TD. Spot for me, Wheezy. You can do it. Oh, somebody's blind firing at us. That's why I didn't pick a usual bush. Always somebody tries to pick a usual bush. There goes one. Roomba. Okay. E25 has got the shoreline. He's fast, but he's kind of restricted down there, so I'm going to go back him. Good job, I did too. Crap. Where did he come from? Broomba as well. Nah, I'm scragged. If you want to do terrain stuff, then there's actually a free version of Eon View available. It just watermarks stuff that are above a certain resolution. But it's a good one to get into. If you ever seen Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, the jungle in that was all done in View. And a bunch of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies where they've needed lots of trees, and the big island in one of them was also done in View. So, you know, it's another one of those where you can get it for free, get the hang of it, and you're looking at industry level kit to play with. And you can import your Blender stuff into it, so you can use it to create your terrains and landscaping, and use Blender to create the models that you stick in it, and it makes a good macro edition. That makes sense. Where does everybody go on this thing? Screw it. We'll take the road. My problem right now is learning how to avoid being seen again. It's like that Monty Python skit. The one with the camouflage. This is how not to be seen. This is blah blah blah. Blah blah blah, please stand up. He does. Boom. And next one he says, Mr. Blah 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 number 2, please stand up. He goes, and Mr. Blah 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 number 2 has figured out the first rule of do not be seen. Unfortunately, he's hiding in this single bush in the middle of a field. Alright, I can't see squat. No, it's down below line of sight. I'm too far back. Yeah, that's the first one they show you in the Marine Corps when it comes to field craft, is that particular skit, and goes, this is a comedy, but it's true. Give me a target. Damn it, I almost had a line on him. Don't go down there, man. You do not have a turret. You will be an idiot if you go down there. I'm dead. Forgive for not taking my own advice. gotta slow down. Stop worrying about whether everybody else is doing their job, and stop trying to cover them if they're not doing their job, and just do what I need to do. I know better than this. Oddly enough, World of Tanks, when I loaded it and set it up, it told me that the recommended graphics setting was medium. It wanted me to run it medium windowed. And I'm going, okay, why? I got this huge graphics card, and you want me to run the game in medium. Why? Don't you want... Oh, and then I realized, no, they probably don't want me to see how bad this is in full quality. I hope he's gonna move. I mean, I'd be turning half the graphics down anyway, because I don't want the pretty foliage and everything else. It's going to get in the way of me seeing what the hell I'm shooting at. But... that's why I didn't go to the end of the road, guys. Come on. I know you're out there. Nah, he's not gonna... he's just gonna sit there like talking out a dildo. Yep, I'm on it, Crom. He's throwing HE at me? What cheap ass... No flash. Nah, that was... crap. Scrub. Let's go back to the lower tier again. Hellcat. Alright, Viv, thanks for dropping by. And, I promise not to tell anybody that everything I'm doing I learned from you. You have a good evening, man. And if you have Blender questions, give me a yell. I might not know the answers, but put you in touch with people who I trust to ask questions of if you need them. Have a good one, man. I put a round in that guy's head too. Alright, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to need a lot more practice before I start playing this properly. Need to start looking at Asleen's mods as well. I make this garage a little more manageable. What's this directive slot? What the hell's a directive? Okay. I have no idea what that is. I'm going to have to find that one out. Anyway, there you go. The humiliating return of me to World of Tanks. I'm much better at Assassin's Creed, it appears. Anyway, everybody, thanks for watching. Have a good evening, and see you all on the morrow, where I shall be running Assassin's Creed, but probably some other stuff as well, since it's the weekend. And I'll see how I feel when I wake up. Have a better one.